Hey guys, it's Chuck the Stuttering Gamer. Today I'm going to talk about a movie that kind of is pretty sentimental to me. I'm not going to really review it. I'm just going to talk about what it means to me. And that movie is The Seven Doors of Death. So basically, it's a Lucille Fulci film. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an Italian horror film. Extremely gory, notoriously gory. From the guy that also did Zombie or Zombie 2 or uh, Zombie Flesh Eaters. So, it's an awesome horror movie, but I don't want to really review it. Basically, what I want to talk about is the first time that I saw this. It was a really interesting point in my life. Basically, I had moved out when I was 17, and I lived with my best friends for years. We all got a place together. Well, one of my friends, no longer a friend, systematically got it to where it was just him, his girlfriend, and myself there. All my other friends were pretty much kicked out. And of our friends, mutual friends, it was really crazy. Well, he started spending the bill money, and I was younger. I didn't know to actually look at the bills. He started spending it and then claiming that he didn't have, my part of the bill money or the rent. And it got to the point where I got fucking sick and tired of it. I went and I talked to the landlords. I thanked them for giving me a lovely home, but basically I was out. So, anyways, I went to go stay with one of my previous roommates who was actually kicked out. And he was renting an apartment that when you rented it, you also got the attic. So I stayed in the attic. And he was always gone. So I was always by myself. And at that point, I started working at a used movie, music, and video game store called the Music Recyclery. And this is back in Chicago, probably 2001, 2002, maybe. Uh, Maybe, yeah. Anyways, there you were allowed to time card things, which was purchasing things from there but having it written off of your time card, which is extremely dangerous. Um, basically, what I would do is I would buy a new DVD, because used DVDs were like $3, So, and when I say new, I mean something that I had never seen. These were all used. But I would buy one, and when I would go on home, I would stop off at this little pizza place. I think it was called Golden Crust. And I would buy a slice of pizza, sometimes two if I was really hungry, and a can of soda. And they only carried RC, so I mean, not my favorite soda, but you get used to it, especially when the pizza and the soda were like $4 or some shit. So, anyways, I saw this at the store, and it looked cool. And I had seen this exact DVD before at an FYE years ago, and I thought that it looked cool. So I was like, you know what? I finally want to watch it. So I bought it, stopped, and I got pizza, got my soda. I go upstairs to the attic. I change into two jammies, and I had this hard foldable chair that had dents in it from my head back when we would play wrestling, and we would hit each other in the head with real metal chairs without putting the hands up. Yes, not the smartest, right? But anyways, I would sit on that chair and I would watch my movies, and I did it with this one. And I'm watching it, and I'm watching it, and it opens up to this lynch mob going into this hotel, grabbing a guy beating his ass with a chain, blooding him up, and then tossing lye on him, like acid stuff on him. And he starts melting, and they show it. And I'm just like, I'm fucking eating pizza, and I don't get sick, and I didn't. But I'm watching it, and I'm just like, holy shit, you know? And so I'm hooked now, right? And I'm watching it. Dude, there's a part where this fucking girl knocks like acid off of a counter onto her dead mom's face at a morgue. Why they have acid there, I have no idea. I've never been inside of a hospital morgue, but this whole thing of fucking acid, it starts melting and bubbling and fucking spewing and shit. Correction. She didn't knock it off. Her mom knocked it off after she was scared shitless about something. And the daughter runs in there and then sees it burning her, and just her mom basically melts. It was just insane, dude. And then there's a part where these spiders come out when a guy falls in the library off of a ladder, gets paralyzed, and all these spiders come out and they start eating him alive. And it's a mixture of real tarantulas and then fake ones, you know? And the puppet ones are like moving all fucking funny, but it reaches into his mouth and bites his tongue out. Like, dude, it was insane. There's a geyser of fucking blood from a fucking dog attack thing. I mean, it's just awesome. Really gory, really cool. But it was so cool just going up there with my pizza and my soda and experiencing what was at that point, 20-year-old movie for the first time, and just enjoying that moment, you know? And really, this is what really introduced me to Italian horror. Like, I had seen, like, Zombie, I think, as a kid, and I may have seen Suspiria when I was younger also, but I don't really remember those. This one, though, it, like, brought me into it. So, after this one, every Italian horror movie that I had at that store, I bought, and I would go home with pizza and soda and watch them. Some were better than others. I'm sorry, but Hell of the Living Dead, not necessarily my favorite. But this movie here introduced me to an entire genre of horror films, and broadened my horizons as to what I could possibly enjoy horror wise. I mean, I grew up with the Universal Monsters and the Hammer horror and the 80s horror flicks and the 90s horror flicks, but there's a whole other world out there. Italian horror, Japanese horror, Korean horror, Mexican horror, you know, I mean, Spanish horror. I mean, the fucking Blind Dead series of films are phenomenal, you know? But, like, basically, this movie I owe a lot to. And I actually have it, as in its original form, too. I got the DVD and the special limited Blu-ray of it, known as the Beyond, which is what the actual name was. But the reason why I have this one out is this is the exact release that I watched all those years back. And, you know, if something happened and I had to get rid of all of my movies, this version here I would actually hold on to. So, because it's very sentimental to me. So, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. I know that I haven't really talked much about horror movies as of late. But yeah, I think I want to do more of these, I guess Chuck history videos, and what certain things mean to me. So, be it horror movie, video game, or toy, or anime. So, but anyways, until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Have an awesome night. Bye.